Alicia Keys is with us in the studio. It's great to see you again.
Thank you.
So they were just, Tanya was saying you're wearing the Blue Ivy Park collection. Is that what it's called?
Is it the Blue Ivy Park?
I don't know. It's just the Ivy Park.
Ivy Park. I don't know.
Right. I was like, you making up extra stuff? But you know what? Everything's for Blue anyway, so
yes,
we're all good.
I'm sure.
And super love Blue and the family. And yes, so I figured I'd represent today. I love this collection. I love what B is rocking, and it's love over here. It's all love.
Do you know, we're speaking of family. So we were talking about this earlier this morning. Sisney's got 2 twins. I know you've got kids. She's got boy, girl. Boy, girl.
They're 20 months.
You're like a superhuman mom.
Oh my gosh. Well, no, I want some advice from you, actually.
Okay, I'm here for that too.
Because so yours are 9
and 5.
9 and 5. Okay. So right now they've been going down really easily. Usually.
Oh, good for you.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Usually.
So now my girl Aza, she is fighting me to go to sleep at bedtime, and it just happened like a light switch. All of a sudden now she just cries and cries and cries. Does not want to go to bed.
Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you?
It's pretty much not going to end until they're like 6.
Just what you wanted to hear.
So unfortunately, I don't know what happens. And different kids, different things.
Yeah.
And each
my boy's
personality
fine.
is different. But like they do these daggone transitions, and it's just you can't keep up, man.
Can't keep up. The minute you tackle one it's like you're on to the next one, and it's like another battle.
But Alicia, you're like centered and pieced and like
right.
zen.
I find you like a calm parent.
Are your kids that calm?
No.
No. Okay.
But actually my oldest, Egypt, he's quite patient. He's really patient. He's a really good older brother. He has, because it's frustrating. You have to like be the leader and kind of do the right thing and try to show his little brother what to do. So he's quite patient. Genesis is a wild man, okay? He is all over the place.
So you know what to expect from the personalities, which probably dictates how you handle situations, right?
That's true. Now, that is something that I've learned recently even more so, is that, you kind of think that maybe the kids are going to be similar, but they're so different that you actually have to treat them differently depending on the circumstance. So I'm getting better at that, too, and realizing like, oh, you know what? Jen is a little bit more introverted. He doesn't like big crowds and stuff. And Egypt is a little more like the mayor. Like, he can go into any situation. So, I have to kind of like do accordingly. So I'm realizing that. So
you're going to, I was reading that you're going to go out in spring on a tour, right?
Yes, I am.
So she's gonna take on a world tour as well.
Definitely.
Definitely.
That's it. So everybody will.
The Alicia World Tour, going along with the Alicia music and Alicia album. So I'm excited, man. There's nothing like performing live, and I love performing live, and I love bringing that energy and just bringing people into a whole experience and a world. So it's going to be super sick.
Will everybody roll with you? With the whole family?
I'm trying to figure that whole thing out. I have to be honest. I really don't know how that whole thing's going to go. It is going to be in the summer. It's going to start in the summer. So I think that works for me.
That's good.
Obviously, everybody will be out of school, so we can have but it's not easy to kind of have the whole mommy interaction and also, make sure the voice is right and the energy is right and my health is right for the stage. It is a tricky thing.
Well, I know that sometimes, while we're here, for example, talking about something, my brain will wander off and think about something completely random that I need to deal with. Will you be singing a song ever on stage and start thinking, oh, you know what I forgot to do with the kids this morning? I got to make sure I do that when I get finished. Do you ever drift?
I don't.
That's a funny question.
You don't drift.
I definitely drift. I'm not sure if I drift on stage because I have to really
you focus,
manage all of the music and the people and the energy and the sounds and the things. So I'm pretty present. But I do drift like in just on normal regular days.
Yeah.
I'm like or I wake up in the morning, like I see you. You look like a real drifter.
I drift all the time.
All the way off.
Yeah, I'm thinking about your book, your album, your tour, all at once right now. I have all these thoughts in my head, right? All the time, it's like 3 shows in my head right now. Hey, let's take a quick break. Come back with Alicia Keys here. She's hosting the Grammys this weekend.
Hey,
we'll get into that. Well, she will be taking on the main stage at the Grammys on Sunday, and there has been a lot of news this week, Alicia, with the Grammys. So, most curiously for me, I'm wondering what was there was the former CEO of the Academy had said that there was something to do with Ariana Grande and Ed Sheeran, and that their Song of the Year nominations were left out due to politics. Like, you see something like that as an artist, whether it's true or not. What was your reaction to it? Because, I mean, you're in the circle.
You know, I mean, in regards to my reaction to the kind of the nominations specifically and that kind of thing, you know, I think that there is definitely, that's always been, I think, something that's a little bit confusing, you know, as an artist. I think as all of us, just as people who love music, I think, you know, that's probably one of the things I've heard the most, just as a creative person and a person who loves music as well. How does it get chosen on who wins what? And, oh man, well, how come that person won when there's
With
all
what a
these
year they
other
had.
things? And, you know, like, I think it's always been a little bit confusing. And I've always thought that it's definitely like, you know, the artists and the creative people are voting for other creative people. And that's obviously been what is cool about it. That's actually what's cool about it, is because, you know that other creative people who are in your industry are, you know, voting for you. But, you know, listen, the voting process on all levels, like, let's not get it twisted. It's not always accurate. I mean, let's look at the country.
Yeah.
Like, so
well, we
I
have
think
flawed systems everywhere, huh?
there's definitely, you know, flaws and things have to be updated and reimagined on so many levels for everything, not just this particular situation, but, you know, for our country, for the world. Like, there's a lot of like change that's on the precipice.
Well, and it's a shame to have negative headlines circling this week when you look at what a celebration that night is for a lot of artists. I mean,
All
they
the accomplishments.
really hard. I mean, you've been up there. You know what it's like to be up on that stage.
Oh, nah, for sure. I mean, you know, obviously, I don't know what's going on, and there's a lot of things that are coming out, and I'm just like you guys. I'm learning like you guys are learning.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I'm not in a position to really talk about all that stuff because it's confusing. But definitely, I think that, you know, as artists and as an artist and as a representative of the artistic community, you know, I'm here to celebrate the artists, you know, and I'm here to celebrate the beautiful, beautiful work and love that it takes. Like, I know that it takes to make the music that we love. That is the soundtrack to our lives. That is the heartbeat of our memories, of our, you know, of our weddings and all of these beautiful things that, you know, it's incredible what these artists and what we're able to contribute to the world. And so I'm here to celebrate them and make them have a beautiful night and feel good. And like these young artists like Lizzo and Billie, who's like got crazy nominated, like she's like 17 and she's smashing. So I'm here to, you know, lift them up and really just make sure that they're getting the just due that they deserve.
We've seen you perform, and it's a magical experience. But you were so great and gracious in the way that you hosted. You know, thinking back to last year.
And your performance last year with the piano.
So
I mean, and your son
Piano.
coming out. How do you top that? How are you going to top that this year?
You know, I first of all, I did that silly video about like having to top myself. And it was so hysterical because it was Alicia against Alicia. And last year, Alicia was like, what you going to do this year, Alicia? How you going to fix it, Alicia? And it was like so much fun to do that. But, you know, I realized that it's just, for me, it's all about bringing that energy.
Yeah.
It's about bringing that energy, about bringing that good energy. Like I said, there is enough drama going on in the world. There is enough like crazy things happening. We're all trying to make it through our days, make it through our lives. And I think music is the one thing that can make us all have our shoulders drop and feel like we are understood and we feel loved, or we feel like it's possible. And for that moment in time, what I want to bring is that reminder that we're going to like get through all of those things that kind of feel heavy on our shoulders. We can just drop it, chill, enjoy, and have a ball. And that is what I think, you know, that's like a big deal. So that's what I'm about.
Well, and it's going to be Sunday. I can't wait to see it. You've got, you know, you talk about Billie Eilish and Lizzo having a great year. The legacy of Nipsey Hussle will be celebrated as well. I mean, there'll be some really amazing and important moments. But what I find just as fascinating as anything else about what a great artist like you, Alicia, can do, and many of the artists will be celebrating on Sunday, is that like you can put out a beautiful, amazing song that we who have no talent think we can become you and sing along to by ourselves. Yeah. Like, you should see me be you when I'm alone.
Come on.
No,
Show
I
me.
can't do it now because I'm embarrassed.
What's it
but I will sing your songs, and I mean, even Lizzo's songs come on the radio, and I think I'm Lizzo.
Right.
That's a magic power.
It is it's a superpower. power.
You know, it's a superpower.
It's a magic power. It is definitely magic. I think music is magical. I'm always like fascinated myself about it because even as a creator of music, it's literally like there was nothing there. There was like
nothing.
In a moment, it was air. And then all of a sudden, like out of the air came an emotion and came like a melody, and then boom, it's something that we can all connect with. So absolutely, I'm always fascinated about it, and I'll never understand how it actually happens. I'm always like in awe of it.
What will I mean, I'm sure a lot of things. What will be revealed in your book? What will we see in your book that might we take pause with and say, wow, I didn't know that?
You know, my book is called More Myself. And it is really so interesting because I'm calling it a journey because I think we're all on a journey and we're all figuring out where we're going and who are we and who do we want to be. And I think we find our ways and we find ourselves to these places where we realize, like, I've realized so much about how much I've kind of like, taken on other people's expectations of me and like made it my own. Or I've learned so much how I've taken on other people's fears. How about other people's fears? Because they're so worried about something that your whole life they told you their fears.
It causes your own anxiety. It makes you exhausted.
And then you made it your fear. But that's not my fear.
Right.
That's that person's fear.
Yeah.
So even just undoing those things or recognizing like when those moments have been that have caused me to like really find my own strength or really have to really depend on myself or my own thoughts and not, second guess myself. So there's all these stories and pieces about those moments that even I, looking back on it, have been able to say like, whoa, I can see how that kind of came to be. And I can also see how I made my way out of it. And then I see how I fell back into it. Because how many times you fall back into the same thing that you're like, didn't I learn this already? I swore I learned this already.
We are human. We learn it. We forget it. We have to learn it again.
So true.
It's fire, man. You're going to love it. It's an amazing read. And I think you're really going to see yourself in these pages, most important.
That's exciting. So that's coming out March 31st. New album is March 20th. This is all happening soon. Nice. It's going to be at the Greek in September. Tickets are on sale Monday. Going to take a quick break, come back. There's one more thing we want to ask you about the Sunday show. Post Malone, Circles, Kiss FM.
Hey.
Alicia Keys, Sunday,
right
Grammy. Isn't that cool?
It's my vibe.
He was in Times Square with me on New Year's Eve performing
real?
outside. It was like
It's so damn cold.
I know it's cold, but he didn't mind.
He did.
He didn't say it. He was so. Do you know him? Post?
Yes, I do.
So
I love Post.
gracious, like so kind and sweet and
like
big-hearted,
like a real
person,
100% real human. Like.
I was
just
impressed.
Authentic being, he's just like living in his bliss, living in his energy,
and he's all about love. I mean, he really is.
Like
there was no pretense. It was cool.
Yeah, he's fire.
So coming up this weekend, now there is talk about Demi Lovato, and Tanya, you had a question for Alicia about that, right?
Yes, because we know she's performing.
I'm excited.
But we haven't heard, is this new music? Is she going to be part of a tribute? Because she's done tributes before. What do you know? What can you tell us?
And we're not letting you leave until you do.
All right, look, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to tell you. What Demi Lovato
the one you cannot
has
get in
planned.
trouble. You cannot get in trouble.
I'm pretty sure. But what I do know is that I'm really excited about it, and I'm really excited for her. And I feel like it's going to be something really special.
Have you seen rehearsals?
Well, rehearsals actually don't start until Friday.
Okay.
So, unfortunately, you're too early to back me into that corner. You know what I mean?
We'll slide into your DMs.
But let's, I definitely would stay tuned, for real.
Because she did say on her Instagram, the next time you hear from me, I will be singing.
She said it.
Well, she is singing. We
Well,
know
she is
she's
singing.
singing.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
know, but I need to know.
Look, Tanya, Alicia is not going to tell you today. Tomorrow, if you follow her down to Staples, she might tell you.
Tomorrow might be a different thing, but today, you're gonna have to get Demi to do that.
You're just the greatest, and you're always so kind. I love seeing you, Alicia. Thanks for
You
coming
too,
in.
brother. I'm so glad to be here. Blessings and love. Thank you for all the love for Underdog. Everybody rocking the Underdog. I love this song. I love how everybody's responding to it, and the tour is going to be crazy. The book, the album. I'm so blessed. I feel so blessed and thankful and excited about our journeys together. I love y'all. Y'all been supporting me, and truly it means so much. So, just thank y'all for having me. It's a good vibe.
Big hugs. We'll see you on Sunday.